Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or massages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. The planetary energies today, darling dears, as we kick our way into this glorious day gifted to us by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. Venus in Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces. This soothing aspect can lull us into a false sense of security. It's important to keep your guard up at all times. Take off those rose-colored glasses, darling dear, and crush them under your flip-flop of common sense, darling dears. Or you run the risk of missing some major red flags and not seeing the reality of situations and circumstances that are being presented to you. Why? Because you're a big cat and you're built for this shiznai, chosen of your lineage. Focus, darling dears, on your spiritual connections with others. This can help you feel closer. Yes, it can. And it will what? Separate the wheat from the chaff. Mercury in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. It may be tempting to express what is no longer what? Working. But try to find solutions instead of what? Fixating. I've told you all the time, big cat, and I'm not tired of telling you. I'm always up, like the number 11. Reminding you that the solution is where you find the key and the answer to any issue or circumstance that's in your way. Big cat must go into the unknown, darling dear, as you realize knowledge is power. And power is power. Oi, big cat, can we have a quick chat before we press on with all of this and that? You are a vibrational being. The moment you decide to keep yourself at the highest level changes everything, darling dear. Then you will see this Malkuth as the chessboard it truly is. And you are professor of said puzzle. Your guidance system is within you. It's called what? Your emotions. You disrupt your guidance system by caring about a thought, which you will come to know is not fact until you what? React to said thought. You create resistance to your manifestations by living within the thought of lack of what you're attempting to manifest. Did you get that? Shall I repeat it? No, I'm not. You can rewind because we must press on. Knowledge is free. Yes, baby, it's free. You can really learn pretty much anything you want. Why? Because it's free. Once you put your mind to it, darling dear, you set out a vibration to the universe and it will come to you. Whether you're a keyboard gangster, you might hear it in a conversation. It may come from the mouth of your progeny, darling dears. This is why I tasked you to listen to what your progeny is saying. Listen with your third eye. Knowledge is renewable. Knowledge doesn't expire. You can use it over and over again. There's no limit to sharing said knowledge. The renewability of your knowledge isn't limited to just you. We are here to what? Lift each other up. But you have to remember, the knowledge that you attain, darling dear, is not for everyone's ears. And many will laugh and try to shame you with said knowledge. That alone should let you know that you need to what? Get great, darling dear, and take yourself off Tinky Winky Styley. Knowledge cannot be taken from you, darling dears. Even if everything else is taken, like your possessions, your social status, and even your health. you will still have said knowledge. The knowledge to liberate yourself. Knowledge gives you the ability to survive and thrive on this Malkuth. This is called freedom, darling dears. And you can't have power without freedom. And you can't have freedom without knowledge. Fist bump. As you decide the logic and ethical grounds on which you want to be making your decisions, darling dears, knowledge will be the key. Knowledge and wisdom helps you make better choices. You will respect yourself more when you make better choices. When you respect yourself more, you want to what? You're going to continue to make better choices. It's all about the respect of self, and you get that through knowledge. It's what? It's like a three-ring circus. Nearly couldn't get it out, darling dear. When you respect yourself more, others will respect you. This cycle is powerful, darling dears. When it's clear you respect yourself, others come to respect you, which is also immensely powerful. There's no denying that knowledge is power, but it's also important to remember that with great power comes great responsibility, and heavy is the head that wears the crown, darling dears. Never stop learning, and remember to use your powers for good, as we call in the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. Energies. Up, big cat. I insist. Thank you. Oh, if we're going to start off, let it be a shocking start, darling dear. We have Swallow, represented by what? The Sun card in Tarot. The numbers 76, 77, 78 and 79, as well as the letter S, darling dears. This is about what? Abundance being gifted to you, darling dear, which will give you what? Success. This is about the what? Transformation of what? Your self-esteem from low to high, as you realize that you are the golden child, as you use knowledge as your backbone and your foundation. There is nothing that you cannot learn once you put your mind to it, darling dear. This is a removing of yourself from energies that are below your spiritual pay grade, using your willpower and your drive and your determination. Success, darling dear, will always be your go-to move. The sun energy Swallow is reminding you to be what? Light of heart. How do you be light of heart? By having knowledge of certain circumstances and situations that pushed you into waking up, darling dear. It was for a reason. You were sent to this Malkuth to wake up all and sundry around you. But you had to learn to be quiet in the presence of those that are choosing to be dummy bats. Yes, baby. They try to judge you on the ability of a fish's ability to what? Climb a tree. Baby, when you come to this channel, I will not give you the fish. I will teach you how to fish. What you choose to do with that knowledge is up to you, darling dears. But remember, I told you, this is my last rodeo on this Malkuth. I shall not be coming back. I will be staying in the light of the Most High. So be it mote. You are the one that claims the meaning of your life, darling dears. You are the one that chooses to what? Jump off of the bridge, darling dear, and leap into the ocean of spirituality, realizing that your ancestors are showing you the light. And you have to remember, it's not a conference call. All of them can't come with you. But remember, too late will be their cry. When they try to hit you up with the hey big head text or try to get an email or something to grab your attention, darling dear, you must treat it with silence, lest you be infected with what? Dummy battedness. Lest it drags you back to a position that you no longer live at. You're not at that address anymore. They can't find you. Even if you are physically at the same address, darling dear, your mind is in Kether, where it's meant to be, the 5D, darling dears. Remember I told you that. We're going to get the message from these oracle cards gifted to me by Empress 1111. Angel Face, thank you very much. It's given me many things to think about, darling dear, in the quiet. They're talking about you, darling dears, but those that aren't speaking to you, let them be there crying too late. You don't go back to save no one. You're too busy saving yourself and getting the knowledge. Before I go into that, you want to know what I call light reading? The book of Psalms. The Freedom Book. The Divine Triangle. The Rulership Book. That's what I call light reading. I buff up my cranium on a daily basis. Every week it's a new book. If you want to fool someone, hide the knowledge in a book. They'll never find it, darling dear. And I told you, when I started reading this book, I had to highlight certain things. We're going to go back to what I said was the first thing I had to highlight. Let who will be deceived be deceived. This book had me shadow boxing. I had to untuck myself. I tucked myself in for the night for light reading. I had to get out of my bed of righteousness, go back to my office, sit up, put the book on this stand so I could see it clearly and direct all of my spotlights so I could see what my eye chakra was trying to deliver to me. And I was angry, and then I cried, and then I got great. Right, what does your ancestors want you to know today? Thank you. The crystal path. Minerals, spirits, and crystal beings, letting you know that you are not alone. We see the diamond shape. You are a diamond, darling dears. Diamonds are formed under the most, hardest of pressures. And when I say you are a diamond, you must also remember Proverbs 31:10. Whether you are male or female, darling dears, you are worth more than diamonds or gold. And the knowledge that you acquire and the way you use said knowledge, because I told you, with great power comes great responsibility, and heavy is the head that wears the crown. We go back for no one. We leave them where they are. This is the energy of a 1 and a 4, right? The energy of what? The magician with the badass alchemist ways, as well as 4, the emperor. The authority, the boss, everyone's boss, but not everybody pays attention to that quiet voice when they're getting spiritual downloads. Not like you, my dear big cat. It took a while for you to stop crying over bottom feeders. And I tasked you with go into the mirror. Hey, looking deep into your eye chakras. And then slapping the shiznai out of yourself until blood and spittle flies. Wash your face like David and come right back, because I'll still be here. The base of the deck, the seer. I can't make it up. Look at this. This is number 41. What did we just pull? A 4 and a 1. Please go and find the angel number and the meaning, right? For 1, 441, right? And 4114. I told you the best one to go to is Joanna Scribe. Her angel number index is for the gods. I'm telling you. So go and look for the angel number 1441 and 114. There is a message for you. The seer, future prospects, decisions to make, seeking guidance. All right. Let's get a life lesson to double down on that, which is hiding from me at this moment in time, but I will find it. When you stand up and claim dominion over yourself, darling dears, you don't even know how much my cup runneth over. What is the life lesson that the big cats need to know today? You have a throuple. I didn't ask for a throuple. Do we look at all three, or do we look at the... You tell me which one you want. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Thank you, Andrea M. You know I can't say your last name. We're going with the number 2. Thank you. Love and light. You lot will say, but Case, you're love and light. Yes, baby. I told you we go back for no one. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world, darling dears. I told you. You are light worker star seed, sent to wake up whom wants to be woken up. And you must always use your knowledge for good, darling dears. For good. Excuse me, s'il vous plaît. I'm trying to bring up the comments on my laptop because they're a bit tiny on the iPad. Thank you very much, Donnie Renee, for that super chat. Most appreciated. We're seeing a lot of green here. The green is represented by your heart chakra, darling dears. The heart chakra also represents what? The direction of the north, darling dear. Because the north node is where you find your superpowers. It also represents the moon energy as well as what day? Thursday. And what's today? Thursday. Okay then. Thursday is also what? Jupiter day, darling dear, for expansion. Your minds are going to be expanded with the knowledge you truly deserve, darling dears. But you have to be the one that what seeks more. Any point I make, darling dear, write that shiznai down and be a keyboard gangster. Because divine wants to open up your what? Third eye. Divine wants to pour into your crown chakra. But some of you are so caught up in what you want to manifest that you are missing the whole picture. What's that, Donnie Renee? No, I thank you. You have helped me more than you know. Listen. Allow my eye chakras, yeah? Because if you get into my eye chakras, right, I'm going to have to pause and rub the bitches in. You don't understand. When you guys stand up, I feel it. Stand up. Base of the deck. And let go of what no longer serves you. It served the purpose to wake you up. Those heinous crimes that they perpetrated to you, perpetrated against you, their pernicious ways, how they cast aspersion on your name, that's their karma. How you deal with it is yours. You know how many names I get called going on this platform? They call me all this and that. But it's not what they call me. It's what I answer to. And I answer to the Most High, Father, God, Mother, Isis. Those of you that's been rocking with me for a time, you know how I came onto tarot. You know how God came for me and told me to put down the alcohol. I had to put down Bob Marley as well. Not literally, but you know what I mean. The Mary Jane. I had to put it all down. My mind had to be clear so that I could understand when I read this book. So I could understand when I'm reading this book. So that I could understand when I'm reading this book. So that I could understand when I'm reading this book. You have to be of clear mind, darling dears. Right, let's get a deck. A deck that I haven't used for a while. We're going to do the read on using the astrology deck today, darling dears. Jacqueline Arrenton. We love you so much, Case. Listen, allow my eye chakras. What's the matter with you? I'm trying to get the read out, darling dears. I'm working very hard. Oh my God. If you ever knew how much love I have for you, I come for those that are on the rocks of life. You don't have to be there. Make the wise choices by getting the knowledge. Knowledge is power. And power is power. Hold on a minute. I gotta rub these bitches in. Hold on a minute. Yeah. No one can take you unless you choose to be took. Remember, I told you that. Claim dominion over yourself. Sometimes you will find yourself as what? A team of one. There's nothing wrong with being a team of one. You're not going to F yourself over. You're not trying to take your money from you. And you're not lying to yourself. Michael Jackson told us it all starts with the man in the mirror. What does the big cat need to let go today? This some past issue. I will only take the one that's revealed to me. We've got what? Mercury, reinvention, darling dear. Let go of what? The idea that you can't reinvent yourself. You can reinvent yourself at any time. We live in moment to moment. We don't live in the what? Basing our minds in what's going to go on in the future. It's the actions that you do right now. This is why Eckhart Tolle tells us about the now. Mercury, darling dears, let's discuss Mercury. Mercury is about having the rational mind and how you what communicate said rationality. You had to communicate rationality from the past. Thank you very much, Tanya Thomas, for your super chat. Mercury also what represents knowledge. We're going to go in with the tarot in a moment. Confirmation, darling dear. Anytime we see hear any noise like that, confirmation. You had to leave that situation with rational mind. Where's the big cat at right now? Present moment. Thank you. We have what? The South Node. Life's debts, darling dears. Where you are right now is what? Moving away from your South Node, your comfort zone. I told you, kryptonite to a big cat. Get uncomfortable with it, darling dears. Get uncomfortable with it. The South Node is about the karmic debt from your ancestors, as well as your way showers, your spiritual guides. Yes, baby, and the karma you created when you didn't know what you knew. But the rational mind, your higher mind, helped you free yourself from a situation and circumstance that was sent to wake you up. What does the big cat need to pay attention to at this moment in time? So many cards. So many cards and only one me. You already... Oh. 1, 2, 3, or 4, darling dears. What do you need to pay attention to right now? Number 3, Andrea M. You coming through. You got the trigger finger, girl. We have what? The Grand Trine. Pay attention to the blessings that you've had along your path, darling dears. Some of you think, oh, well, I haven't got... Listen, complaining is kryptonite to a big cat. Be appreciative that you woke up this morning of sound mind. Be appreciative that you don't have the drudgerous and the skullduggerous dragging you back to the rocks of life. Be appreciative for your progeny if you have them. Be appreciative even for the progeny that has chosen to what? Walk a different path to you. It's their life to make, darling dears. Be appreciative to all that you had to let go of in order to be where you are right now, being blessed and highly favored. What is the attitudes of the bottom feeders as they realize that you're not coming back? Fist bump. Yeah. Listen. I love me some me. Oh my God. Some days it's just my clavicle bone and some days it's my right knee. right? But it's always me that I love more than someone else. Hey, posh clap. What about the bottom feeders as they realize you're not coming back? The 10th house. They're realizing now you're their world. The 10th house also represents, darling dears, lean in, big cat. It represents the father. Some of it's the fathers to your progenies. They're realizing the world that you tried to show them. It could even be your own father, or it could be what your brother, who is a father, realizing that what you was trying to gift them with the knowledge and what bless them with your presence. They must live with your absence. For air. Law 16. Matthew 10:14. Didn't you like it? I feel in business. I told you you're Jamaican. While you're here, you'll pick up on the lingo. If not, bring up the transcripts. It'll break it down for you, darling dear. What do you need to know? Your best next step. The best next step for the big cat to take. Thank you. We've got the 7th house. Building true partnerships. How do you do that? By vibrating on a what? A higher frequency, darling dears. As you realize knowledge is power. You know what partnerships not to make, darling dear. You know to recognize the what? The red flags of it all. You are the red flag coach. You are the champion. As you play chess and not checkers. Building the right partnerships for you, the right contracts. You have free will, darling dears. Any obstacles on the big cat's path as they can continue to raise their vibration? Thank you. Venus energy, darling dears. Venus is about what? Social urges. It's also about love of self. Yes, yes. And it also speaks about what you will attract, what you truly are. Venus comes with what? Personal magnetism. Divine wants you to continue to be nurturing unto yourself. Find what the true energies that are truly meant to bond with you, darling dears. Not everyone can go with you. And as you become the what? The light. People will be attracted to your aura. You'll notice that when you go out onto the road, people are looking at you. They're intrigued by you. But not everybody must get that VIP what pass to your club, the club of you. The final card. Your outcome, moon energy. As your soul sings, darling dears. I told you already. Your Geiger counter is your emotion. The moon is your emotions. Anybody that has a hold of your emotions has your psychological password, and there will be a tampon string in your life. Master your emotions, and you have the key to the universe. Let's dive a bit deeper. Hold on a minute, I've got to blow my nose because you got me my chakras black. Let's start the name. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Right. I'm going to get my original deck as we break these energies down and see exactly what's going on. This past energy that you had to reinvent yourself from, darling dears. That's law number 25 of the 48 laws of power. Download that, she's naive. Read it and use it as part of your ready, darling dears. The 48 laws of power. What about this reinvention of you from the past? Yes, baby. Because you was in situations that weren't giving you healing, situations that weren't pouring into you, where you was the giver and they was taking. They took until your cup was nearly depleted. And was they sorry? No. You had to let go of circumstances that gave you no healing. Circumstances that didn't give you no mental knowledge, no growth. Those that are stuck in the same what? Reverse root chakra vibe, darling. They're complaining, allowing themselves to be beaten on. People that like to cheat people out of their money. Listen, all of us have individual paradigms that we had to release. Right now, This is telling you that the karma that you created for yourself, as well as your ancestors, you're paying them off. This is present moment, darling dear. You are paying off that karma. Deeper meaning of this card, please. Told you. In the upright, this is you holding on to that shiznai. In the reverse, this is letting go and letting God, Mother Isis, minister unto you. I told you, anytime you feel stuck, when I was at my most stuckest, right? I prayed and I gave my free will to my soul to guide me. And lo and behold, I was by myself with just my progeny. Yeah. And I told you what happened. I always said to this particular person that if anything was to go down, I'm going to be a freedom fighter in the hills, fighting my way out of a city. And he used to curse me about it, laugh at me, and this and that. 1 week before lockdown came, Father God lifted me up and put me in this house on top of the hill. And that's when my channel started to grow, and it helped with my ascension. As I healed from within, I was able to heal others. So you speak life into yourself, darling dear. You speak guidance into yourself and use your emotions as your Geiger counter. And remember, those thoughts that come into your mind, they're not fact until you allow your emotions to push you to act on them. Remember that. You're releasing the karma. Bravo! Posh clap. You're releasing it. But you're never alone. I told you your ancestral team is your security, and it's Rich White Lady season on Keitha as well as Malkuth. Let go of the need to control situations and paradigms. The manifestations that you want to come in, let it go. And let God. The universe will catch you. You are a soldier for the light. What you need to pay attention to is that you are blessed, darling dear. Blessed and highly favored. The 4 and the 6 goes to a 10. What does 10 mean? It means transformation, ending of cycles. Right next to the what? The karmic debt, the south node, releasing those debts. You are blessed, darling dears. Blessed beyond your wildest dreams. Love on yourself. Take care of your temple with the things you listen to, even down to the music, darling dear, what you listen to. And don't take on no one's negative karma by what? Trying to save someone from the bottom of the pit, the same pit that they got into. They're looking for a helpmate. We don't go into the mud huts, no. We'd rather walk alone. Page of Swords. The blessing that you have on your life right now, the Page of Swords, when read, yes, we know people are watching. We know that from the Page of Swords, but it also speaks about being a student of life. Always go for the knowledge, darling dears. Listen to your intuition. When it tells you to be that keyboard gangster, be that keyboard gangster. If you don't understand certain things, I know this is you. Listen, if there's something that I don't understand, right, I go on to Pinterest. I know, I go on Pinterest. And Pinterest will break it down into bite size, just like your birth natal chart. It'll break it down. But you have to be willing and wanting to seek said knowledge. Knowledge is power. Always be a student of life, and it will be a blessing for you. There is no statute of limitations on knowledge, darling dears. You can always add to it. It can't be taken from you. As I said, status, your health, everything can be taken. You can be stripped. Just like Job. But the patience and the knowledge that you acquire, darling dears, this is going to be your fortitude. It's going to be your rod and your staff. That is the blessing that divine has gifted you, being a student of life and using the knowledge that you acquire, because heavy is the head that wears the crown. That knowledge must be used for good. You are the survival kit for another big cat. And you will feel it when somebody truly deserves your assistance, darling dears. Yes, baby. The attitude of others as they realize that you are the world. Yes, baby. As they realize that you're not coming back, not for all the tea in China. What is it? They see you as the world now. Oh, you have a duo. And they're remembering the injustices they perpetrated against you. And they're seeing you from a whole different perspective. Major arcana. When divine has a hand in your life, you see the major arcana as your steps are being divinely guided away from them. As you do the tinky winky with the slow, quick, slow. We don't go back, darling dears. Forward, ever forward. Now they see exactly what they did to you, darling dear. My eyes are slitty and my mouth is really thinned out. But I wish them well. Wish them well, darling dear, in their mud huts as they create more karma for themselves. Now they see. The best step to take forward, the contracts that you now make, darling dear, the partnerships, the jobs you take on. Dress for the job that you want, darling dears. Let's give it a good shufti. Divine is tasking me with what? Giving it a good shufti. Right. And never you forget, actions will always speak louder than words, darling dears. This is why the wisest person in the room is the one who is quiet. Watch people's actions, and it will tell you all you need to know. Best actions you need to take when making another duo. Yeah. People that's worked on themselves, darling dear. People that has what? Had victories in their life. People that are industrious. You don't want to be around a bottom feeder going nowhere, complaining about what they haven't got. You want to be around other bosses. Listen, the cards ain't ramping today, darling dears, as we minister to soul. People that are going somewhere, darling dears. You can't go to what? A butcher to get knowledge on what? The divine triangle. You'll know this, darling dears. As you become a beacon, these people will reveal themselves to you. But you have to be the most quietest person in the room to see their actions, how they move. Pay attention, darling dears. The obstacles in your pathway. Venus is about love of self, darling dears. And it's also about what? Excuse me. Your personal magnetism and what you bond yourself to. Something on the obstacles. Something on the obstacles, please. Thank you. Not every circumstance that comes towards you, darling dears, must you take on board. You have to make sure that you cut it off with a quickness. As I said, you are the red flag champion. You understand the chessboard. We don't play checkers anymore. Knowledge is power, and power is key. You make sure that any situation that presents, yes, it may be lovely in a lovely package, but if you get that inclination that it's the wrong for you, you leave. You don't have to give no explanation. You did that situation. You don't take any messages, any kind of hit up from anyone in the past. Let them stay where they are. It's not where you're going, darling dears. You cut off situations that are not truly for you with a quickness. I don't care who it is or what they have. God bless the child that's got his own. And once you have knowledge, you have power. And power is power. The final outcome. as you feed your soul, darling dears, as you give your free will to your soul to guide you. And you, darling dear, no longer stuck on the hamster wheel of life. This is about you creating infinite possibilities for yourself, learning to pack light, darling dear, unpacking those things that come up. Why? Because they were sent to what? Trip you up. As you continue to get great, darling dear, taking this leap of faith towards the unknown, because the unknown is where you will find the Most High. Remember I told you that. Take that leap of faith, darling dears. Some of you are wondering whether to leave a job, a situation. It could even be a relationship. If you have to wonder, it's time for you to go, darling dears. We'll get a final message and then I'm out of here to get great. Where do we get the message from? There's so many cards saying, look at me, Case. We're going to go with the moon cards because our final card was the moon. What does the Moonology deck need you to know at this moment in time? Wants you to know. Because we don't really like the word need. That's full of what? Hopium, fuckanese, and skullduggerous people. Nope, I'm not taking that. Thank you. Conclusions are within reach. And bring love into a situation. Love of the Most High, Father, God, Mother, Isis. Love of yourself, darling dear. And never you forget, you are the help. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And don't feel sorry or sad about whom you have to leave on the rocks of life. Remember, that's where they wanted you on it, begging for an ounce of their time. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. Thank you very much for your continued support of me in this channel as I continue to what? Buff up your third eye to a bitchin' shine. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. Knowledge is power. And power is power. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets.